Alright, we got the first match in another league. And this hand looks very capable. We are on the draw, playing against Gonti. We will keep this. Not sure what a Gonti deck is going to do. So let's find out. Standard turn one play. Play Zurgo. Say go. Oh geez. Gonti right away, huh? I don't know if playing Goblin Bushwhacker and kicking it doesn't seem great. Probably just play the Jit and hope we draw a land in our next two draws. Because then we can Brimstone Volley Gonti. Definitely not going to be attacking. Alright, we could play that. I'm going to lead off with a Jit. Black shouldn't really have a way to remove a Jit. I can remove the creatures that I equip the Jit to. At 3 mana, he can cast just about everything. Yeah, and we didn't draw a land. Do we want to sacrifice our creature to get counters on the Jit? No, I think he has a removal spell. Let's play the Dragon Lord and say go. Alright. Whatever he had in store, he didn't use any of his mana that turn. If we had more mana, that would be a good way to tempo him. But we don't have that mana. We just have 2. Alright. I'd really like to have some versatile cards that can destroy an artifact but don't necessarily have to. Maybe Fiery Confluence is too expensive. But something like that possibly. And I really would have liked to have drawn a land. That would have been awesome. Now if we attack and hit Gonti, he gets another roll. Should we just knock this up a notch? Sure. Not really moving us forward much. But haven't drawn any land. It actually has a regular number of lands in the deck. I think there's 37, so it's a little bit slim. So Smokestack Bitter Blossom, jeez. Alright, and we don't have a lot of... Can I draw a land? Wow. Alright. No, and he's got the removal spell. Alright, I think this is over. I just haven't drawn any lands, and like everything costs 3 mana. And everything that doesn't do anything. We can unearth that. I'm going to give it a turn or two to see if things might turn around if we draw, Smash to Smithereens. Alright, Wasteland doesn't do anything. Read the Bones. Okay. Jeez. Alright, I don't particularly want to sit through him. Whatever. Oh, he did it wrong. Alright, so next turn we have to attack 2 permanents. So let's Goblin Rabblemaster. We might be able to get through this on him doing it wrong. I don't know, the Bitter Blossom makes it hard. He plays Gonti, which he'll probably play Gonti. Alright, well that sucks a ton. Do we want to keep the Jit around? Alright, that's over. We lose basically all of our permanents next turn. Alright, took too long to draw land. It happens. Alright, got match 2. This looks pretty keepable. We are on the draw. Playing against Barizzle, who switched decks and is playing Baral. Alright, I have to try and kill that. Alright, yeah, he had the misstep. I had to try. That turn 1 Mox, that's pretty brutal. Especially since there's like so many free spells in the format. Alright, hopefully we can draw a 1-drop. Alright. I don't love playing Goblin Bushwhacker for no value. Alright, then we won't. He let that resolve. He's down to 3 cards because he spent so much. Let's go for the ball lightning. See what happens. Alright. I unfortunately don't have a way to look at his hand and see what he's got. Like which ones he'd be able to counter and which one he wouldn't. Alright. That seems a bit greedy. Wow. Alright. Let's play the jit first. I don't know. Alright, he had a daze. Alright. Might have been a bit greedy to go for that incinerate. But the jit itself didn't do anything. See if he's got a bounce spell. Can't block. Alright. He drew a lot of cards with that deep analysis, but it opened up the window for us to play the jit. Hopefully he doesn't draw a way to bounce the jit. I would really like to have an uncounterable way to kill Baral. I could just Brimstone Volley. If he polymorphs, then I definitely Brimstone Volley. Alright, so Baral is dead at this point, regardless of what he does to the jit. post-killing brawl, he doesn't get a loot if he counters this vortex. Looks like he's countering it. And I'm pretty okay with that. Brawl costs 4 mana. You got Cryptic Command? Or Dismiss? Okay. Do I need to worry about what do I need to cast Chandra? This Jip makes it really hard for him to do anything. Is this enough? Or do I want to... He can't loot. Let's play Chandra. I don't know if he knows what I'm holding up or not. He actually did look at my hand, so he does know that I have the Brimstone Volley. He's thinking pretty hard here. We got here. Alright. Fine by me. I think he's going to have a hard time countering it on the way back down. Alright, Force Spike. Maybe I should have waited. Oh. I should have tapped her for... That was a mistake. Oh, oh, no! I can't believe I clicked through my main. That's pretty brutal. Now I can't activate Chandra. Which I would have been able to kill Baral with it. Oh, it's only 2 damage? Yeah, it would have killed it still. Do you have the polymorph? Alright. You can't block this. Now he's got a... Alright. You can do that, I guess. Oh, not being able to activate Chandra. Like, just misclicking. Hitting F2 one too many times. It's not something that would ever happen in Paper Magic. That's an instant. Why would you do that on your turn? That was so critical. Oh my god, that was so critical. I actually lost the game because of that. Yeah, because I can't win here. If I had killed Baral... Oh, that sucks. So I failed to record game 3. I was on the play. We want step. So I kept this hand on the play and started out the normal way. We're playing against Baral. We're playing against Brizzle again. We got a Pyroblast that kills Baral. And we just drew a Flame Slash, so we have 2 cards for 1 mana. So everything's looking pretty good. Swing for 2. I play the Pillar. Looks like he has a counter, but he decided to let it go. Which, he probably wanted to counter it. Because, yes, it's symmetrical, and yes, I do a bunch of damage to myself, but I do a lot more damage to him than he can with a 1/3 Baral. And it makes all his counter spells do 2 damage to him. So we do 2 more. I decided to play the Keldon Marauders. I take 2 damage for that. Keldon Marauders is pretty much, most of the time, it's going to be a guaranteed 5 damage. He plays Brawl. I decide to go for my 2 spells before combat. He Flusterstorms this. And then I Pyroblast it and Brawl dies. Wish it would stop moving. And then I attack for 5. Got him down to 15. So he doesn't cast anything because Baral would cost all of his mana, and we'd easily be able to Mizium Mortars him. So Keldon Marauders does 1 more damage to him. He's at 14. We draw a land. And I go for the Berserker. Because right now him countering things isn't letting him loot, so it's fine if he counters it. He's got the Cryptic. He bounces the Pillar and counters the spell, but at least he's not drawing a card. Alright, so he's down to 11. I play the Hellspark Elemental because it's got Unearth. It's hard for it to be bad. He plays Mystic Confluence, draws 2 cards, and counters it. We swing for 2, and he's at 9. So he replays Baral. I don't really want a chance trying to Mizium Mortars or Arc Trail, so I just do the uncounterable Elemental to do 3 damage to him. I attack with Zurgo because, he's not going to attack with Baral, but just in case. It doesn't really do anything to attack with Zurgo either way. So now he's untapping with 7 lands, and that's pretty bad. I try the Ball Lightning. He's got the Dowsing. We can't attack, and he Jason's Ingenuity. So now he's got just a ton of cards. He Into the Royal, Zurgo Bellstriker. I guess it's just to draw a card. I draw a tapped land. It's been a while since I drew a land. And it made it hard for us to punish him. I replay the Pillar. I'm just throwing out spells, trying to eat through his counter spells. But he's drawing so many cards. And he gets a Mystic Tutor. He gets a Force of Will. And at this point I decide it's kind of like Sulfur Vortex or Bust. Because I got him down to 6. He repeals it. There's nothing doing. He's going to find his combo soon enough. I'm not going to be able to resolve any spells. So I throw in the towel there. We got match 4. This looks marginally keepable. Playing against Brea. Let's try it. We're on the draw. And he's got a Mox. Alright, well that's an interesting play. That basically completely offsets the loss of card from the Mox. Toretti's a problem. Toretti's a big problem. Let's attack Toretti. Alright. At least he has to sacrifice the Mox now in order to kill a creature. I guess he could sacrifice a Brea artifact. I didn't even think about that. Oh, Brea is crazy. I can at least kill it. Right. Brea plus a Mox is pretty hard to beat. It's a super fast start. You might just have a counterspell for this. Oh, that sucks. With buyback, no less. Let's equip that. I don't think there's any way we're doing the remaining 24 damage. Especially since land tax allows him to forbid everything. He plays a land though, so I guess we don't play land. Alright, he forbids it. With buyback. I'm gonna do it again. It's all his cards. I am not playing the land into this land tax. Alright. Say go. Oh, that sucks. Alright, I don't normally like giving in early. Since I think I'm a turn or two from dead. really care about the Toxic Deluge. If he wants a Toxic Deluge for 1, that's fine. I might even let Zurgo go to the graveyard. Zurgo's not doing anything. Alright, he didn't take the Toxic Deluge. So he took 2 lands. He wanted the Boiler Works. It actually allows him to play another land into the land tax and stop me from dropping more lands. Do I block the Harsh Mentor with Zurgo? If he attacks with it? Alright. He still has a Forbid in his hand, too. Let's see what happens. He's probably just going to forbid it. Oh, yeah. That's fine. Pretty close to dead here. He could actually fail the find on this Bloodstained Mire. I didn't think about that. Maybe I shouldn't have played a land. I didn't really need to. Yeah, he didn't fail the find. He had a Snapcaster Mage. Alright, what do you... Factor Fiction? Alright, moving on. We're completely outclassed here. Alright, we got match 5. We are on the draw. Playing against Vial Smasher and Crom. Seems like a very keepable hand. Alright. Losing a spell to that no matter what. Do we want 2 spells here? Let's go to the Loyalist first. Alright. No, thank you. Alright, Lightning Bolt is really good. Let's play the Chainwalker. If he counters that, that activates our Grimlavamancer. We'll just attack with the Grimlavamancer. You could potentially Snapcaster for no value. I don't know if we'd Lightning Bolted if he did that. Or he could have removal, in which case doesn't really matter. Alright. Looks like we caused him to not use his mana. Oh, lightning bolt, that thing. Alright. Well, maybe we didn't want to keep Grim Lavamancer up, but we didn't know. Alright. Drawing a land here would be pretty good. Yeah, like a Fatal Push or something. Yep, that's a land. Just go for 6 damage to the face. Damage. Let's pay red. This and this. Doesn't super matter. I think we leave Grim Lavamancer up. I think there's a real strong chance he's playing File Smasher at some point fairly soon. Playing Javelin does 4. Alright, Crom. Alright, we'll say go. Alright. Oh, that sucks. I forgot about that ability. It's pretty common to forget about that ability. I don't know if I wanted to do 4 to his face and just ignore Zurgo. It's always a tough one in these mono red games. Definitely want to kill Vial Smasher. So we would have done 2 more if we hit him with the flame javelin, but we would have taken 4 damage. I don't know, he might not have attacked with it. We're out of cards at this point, which is less than opportune. We've drawn a lot of mana. Oh, alright. So it seems like Zurgo is pretty irrelevant at this point. I think he should have taken the Griv-Lamavancer. So I probably should have Flame Javelin him. If we get him down to 2 and we aren't able to kill him, then we'll know we lost because of that. That's not a great card. I don't think it's going to come to that. I think we're pretty much stalled out right here. We're probably getting crumbed in the face right now. All right. If we would have been able to resolve the Searing Blood, that would have been really good. But he did have the Spell Snare. Another mountain. Alright. Let's attack anyways. He can't. I guess he can now block. Alright. There's no point in playing this land. I think we might have been able to come out better if we hadn't drawn so many lands. 8 lands is a ton. What are you casting? I am so dead here. Oh, ribbons. He's playing ribbons. Of course he's playing ribbons, yeah. So I'm totally dead. Wasn't anything I could do about that. Alright, so that was a 0 and 5. Aside from the match with Baral that I probably could have won, felt pretty outclassed. Come on. I felt pretty outclassed in most of those matches. So, I don't know. We got some better draws and, you know, the first time around, and we got 2 and 3, and then maybe if you call this a 1 and 4, that's still a pretty bad ranking. So, I don't know. Don't let anybody ever tell you that mono red is easy. Yes, it's a linear strategy, but there's still a lot of decisions that need to be made. Like, how do you spend your mana? Do you hit creatures or do you hit them in the face? You know, when do you attack? When do you chump attack? I mean, chump attack is something that comes up kind of often in mono red. And so there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. And so, like, somebody with more experience with mono red, or if you just play this deck a bunch, you might get a lot better at it, and you might have better luck than I did. I didn't have a lot of good luck with it. Maybe some different cards. I mean, mostly these are just really good cards. I mean, I don't know if there's many good cards. You know, I wouldn't mind, like I was saying, something else that destroys artifacts. Fiery Confluence might be too expensive. But like Manic Vandal maybe, or Torch Fiend might be cards that you could try if, you know, I mean, because Jit is super problematic, and there's few other artifacts that are super problematic. Vidalcan Shackles, I had an almost impossible time beating or trying to beat. So those might be some options because there's only one Smash to Smithereens, and if you don't draw it, then you know you just lose to these cards. So you know, I don't know. I'm not much of a mono red player, so you know, do with this what you will. I think you will have a hard time initially making this deck work, but you might be able to practice a lot and get better with it. And another thing that's definitely worth noting is that if this ever becomes a 20 life format, I think this deck gets a lot better. I think it's still going to have some difficulties. The Moxen specifically make it really hard because that mana acceleration lets them push out things. So like when somebody gets a Moxen draw, it gets really hard for this deck to beat it. So, and Vial Smasher would obviously have to be banned in order for it to ever be a 20 life format. So, you know, I don't know. It's a pretty fun deck. It's less fun when you 0-5 with it. So, alright, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.